Welcome to Animal Atlas. Come with us around the globe and explore the animal world and its jungle animals and desert creatures. We'll meet wildlife on the savannah and see our underwater friends. And animals from the Arctic Circle. Anywhere, everywhere animals live. It's always an adventure. Today on Animal Atlas, it's a variety show. Let's hear it for our host for the day, the inimitable great white whale, the sea canary, from the frigid Arctic and subarctic waters. A mammal with a terrific sense of humor, the beluga whale. What are we tackling today? The top misconceptions in the animal kingdom. One of those misconceptions concerns you, and dolphins too. Are you ready? Whales and dolphins are fish. Not in my book. No, whales and dolphins are marine mammals and not fish, meaning they have more in common with a whole bunch of landlubbers, from the tiger to the armadillo to the orangutan, than with any fish, whether bony or cartilaginous, like the shark, or its various delightful relatives. Why are dolphins and whales mistaken for fish? First of all, because they make their home underwater, just like fish. But there are plenty of animals that are not fish who live the life aquatic, like the marine turtle, and sea anemones, and crustaceans, like the lobster or the crab. Not everybody in the ocean is a fish. Just ask the harbor seal. No, it's probably the fact that the classic fish is a vertebrate, or animal with a backbone, with a streamlined and muscular body. Just like our friend the dolphin. Well, you do have a somewhat streamlined shape, but to be honest, friend beluga, you look a little more like a submarine than a torpedo. No offense. But after the general shape, the similarities between fish and marine mammals end. Fish are cold-blooded, while mammals, like the dolphin and the whale, are warm-blooded. Fish breathe using their gills by filtering oxygen from the water, and they never need to go to the surface to breathe. Not so with the dolphin, or the whale, or even the manatee. For these aquatic mammals who breathe through their lungs, getting to the surface is essential, because that's the only place where a big gulp of oxygen can be found. Nothing like the fresh air. And no, whales, dolphins, and porpoises, which as a group are called cetaceans, don't breathe through their snout. Though it certainly looks like a great nose, the snout is actually just a handy holder for a lot of conical teeth. Our cetacean friends, yes, you too of course, breathe through a single hole on the tops of their heads, called a blowhole. Ever see a fish with a blowhole? I didn't think so. Just like we would do if we were diving in the ocean, cetaceans hold their breath or close their blowhole when underwater. Beluga whales can dive for as long as 15 minutes while hunting for food. And though the dolphin needs to breathe more frequently, it's a much faster swimmer than our easygoing host. Now, before we head back up to land to where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, let's stay down here, shall we? And address another common misconception. An octopus is a fish. Or is it? Actually, no. The octopus is a strange and elegant animal that nobody should be faulted for not knowing exactly what it is. Yes, we know you know what an octopus is. After all, you like to eat fish and octopi. No, unlike fish and marine mammals who have backbones, the water-dwelling octopus is a soft-bodied invertebrate called a mollusk. Though there is a superficial resemblance between the 8-legged octopus and some other sea-living invertebrates, like the sea anemone and its waving tentacles, or the sea star and its multiple arms, the octopus is more closely related to the garden snail, another mollusk. Anybody else out there who's not a fish? Now is your chance to say so. Not a fish. Fish. Not a fish. Believe it or not, fish. Yes, eels are fish. In the same way that snakes are reptiles. Long, streamlined, and unforgettable. But to be precise, though there is a clear slinky and slithery resemblance, eels are not snakes. They are bony fish, just like this fellow. Or this one. Moray eels are startling to look at, and they often look startled, or at least wary. They actually have small eyes and poor vision, so we can only assume that they are struggling to see who's out there. These long fish are nocturnal, meaning they are most active at night. And they look slippery because they are. Their skin is thick and scaleless and covered with protective mucus. Not like you at all, is it? Remember, you may have a blowhole for surface breathing, but fish need to extract oxygen out of the water. Even the eel, a strange-looking fish, but a fish nevertheless. Got it? When we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll tackle some more misconceptions. But first, let's see if you can guess this animal fact. All bears are A. Carnivores. B. Herbivores. C. Omnivores. Or D. None of the above. The answer coming up when we return to Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? All bears are? The answer is D. None of the above. Fooled you, didn't we? If you thought all bears were carnivores or meat eaters, you would be correct if you were just talking about the polar bear, where the polar bear lives in the icy Arctic areas of the north. Pretty much in your vicinity, in fact. There's not a lot of vegetation, if any, so a meal is always meat. Often seals and fish, and the occasional marine mammal. Sorry. The giant panda, who is also a bear from the mountain ranges in eastern and central China, not only eats just vegetation, it only eats bamboo. Talk about a specialized diet. All bear, but all herbivore too. Yes, you may identify with the great, white, meat-eating polar bear, but herbivores have many grazing or browsing vegetation eaters in common. Okay, we now know that some bears are carnivores, and some bears are herbivores. But the fact is, most bears are actually omnivores, meaning they eat a variety of foods, both meat and vegetation. Who else is an omnivore? We humans are omnivorous, and so are chimpanzees, and some other apes. But an omnivorous bear? A bear with its big carnivore teeth and big carnivore claws? Absolutely. Big claws, like these of the sun bear, can also signify an agile tree climber and not necessarily a carnivorous predator. Big doesn't equal carnivore, though when looking at the huge polar bear, or the giant Siberian tiger, or the hefty African lion, or the big bad wolf, we might be inclined to think so. The truth is, the biggest land animals in the world are herbivores. Just ask the giraffe, the elephant, the rhinoceros, or the biggest horse you can find. No meat for these behemoths, thanks anyway. No, brown bears, black bears, and sun bears are all omnivores. Our omnivorous bears, like the grizzly bear, who is actually a big brown bear, will hunt prey such as young deer and rodents. But brown bears also dig for roots and tubers, the staple diet of warthogs and other wild pigs. Brown bears, and black bears too, also eat carrion, or dead animals, as well as insects, especially tasty ones, found while digging for roots and tubers. But they just love fruit. And vegetables too. Except for the carrion and the insect part, we humans and bears share a love for varied dining. So the idea that all bears are carnivores? They're not. Just ask the bear at the salad bar. Speaking of bears, a common misconception is that the koala is a bear. We've all heard the term koala bear, but that's just a term of endearment, like teddy bear. Plush toys often have the word bear in their names because a number of bears look cuddly due to their soft-looking fur, especially the giant panda, even though its hair is actually rather stiff. Okay, maybe not all bears fit the cuddly description, though there are some marine mammals who are certainly huggable, even without a plush coat. Right? No, the koala is a marsupial, a mammal with a pouch, just like another noteworthy marsupial, the kangaroo. Let's review. Carnivorous bear, herbivorous bear, omnivorous bear, teddy bear, not a bear. Got it? One of the great misconceptions running rampant in North America is that the bald eagle is bald. No, this symbol of the United States is not bald at all. This eagle's head is covered with white feathers. The term bald may have come from the Old English word balde, meaning white. This majestic bird of prey also goes by the names Washington eagle and American eagle because of its symbolic role in the United States. The bald eagle represents strength, power, and freedom. And looking at this bird, it's easy to understand why. But scientifically, the bald eagle belongs to a group of eagles called sea eagles, or fish eagles, because of their love for, you guessed it, fish. Hey, you and the bald eagle have something in common. Fish is your favorite food too. But while the bald eagle is not actually bald, you pretty much are my friend with the melon head. And I mean that with the greatest affection and respect. Just to be clear, there are a number of bald birds. Take a look at the Andean condor. No cap of feathers on that dome. But this is an adaptation for hygiene, and not baldness as we humans think of it. Andean condors are scavengers who eat carcasses of dead animals. And a feathered head would make for messy and unsanitary eating. Better bald if a carrion feeder. But as for fishermen, a cap of feathers works out just fine. When we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll knock down another misconception. But first, let's see if you can guess this next animal fact. How many kinds of elephants are there? A, 1. B, 2. C, 9. Or D, 12. Don't go away. The answer coming up right after this on Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? How many kinds of elephants are there? The answer is B, 2. Did you get that one right? There are a lot more species of cetaceans, aren't there? 82 and counting. But just 2 kinds of elephants. Interestingly, one of the great misconceptions in the world is that there's only 1 kind of elephant, but there are definitely 2, the African elephant and the Asian elephant. At first, they both look like, well, elephants. And let's face it, an elephant with its long trunk looks like no other animal in the world. Not even the elephant seal. Both types of elephants are big, but the African elephant, called Loxodonta africana, is taller and heavier than the Asian elephant, Elephas maximus. But if you don't see an Asian and African elephant standing side by side, how would you know which is bigger? Perplexing, isn't it? No, there are other ways to tell the difference. First, the African elephant has big ears, which, interestingly enough, are shaped like the continent of Africa. The Asian elephant has smaller ears, shaped like, well, elephant ears. Where the African elephant has a sway back and wrinkly skin, the Asian elephant has a dome-shaped back, and its skin isn't quite so wrinkly. There are some more subtle differences, but mainly, of course, in the wild, the two types of elephants would never be found together, since they come from two very different geographical areas. The African elephant comes from, you've guessed it, Africa. The ears give it away. And the Asian elephant hails from India, Nepal, and Southeast Asia. Two magnificent elephants. Not just one. Another misconception centers around spiders. Big spiders, small spiders, spiders famous for their silky webs, like this golden silk spider. Or spiders with a bad reputation, like this black widow, notorious for its neurotoxic venom. Spiders, despite being truly beautiful animals, often get a bad rap. Almost as bad as our friends, the legless reptiles. But spiders are just insects, right? Wrong! Spiders aren't insects, though insects and spiders are both invertebrates. These invertebrates lack a backbone, but have a hard exoskeleton with a top layer called a cuticle. From ladybug to wasp to scorpion to spider, an exoskeleton is the way to go. But where an insect's body is divided into three parts, the head, the middle section called the thorax, and the abdomen, the spider has only two parts, the head part, called a cephalothorax, and a nice, often round abdomen. Where insects have 2 antennae and 6 legs, spiders have 8 legs. Spiders belong to a group of animals called arachnids, which includes the scorpion, like this emperor scorpion, a huge and hardy scorpion from tropical Africa. This creature may look scary, but it's not dangerous, unlike the lovely black widow spider. So it's all a matter of math. Are you counting? If it has 3 parts and 6 legs, it's an insect. If it has 2 parts and 8 legs, it's an arachnid. And just in case you weren't certain, a tarantula is a spider. A big, hairy spider, to be precise. Another misconception in the world of animals is that frogs are reptiles. Frogs aren't reptiles? Absolutely not. Though this big bullfrog may seem to be reptilian, in the way the alligator is, or the bearded dragon. Frogs, whether they are big African bullfrogs or tiny poison dart frogs, are amphibians. Like reptiles, frogs are vertebrates and cold-blooded. But then, so are fish. Which of course doesn't include you, since you are not a fish and are as warm-blooded as any mammal out there. No, amphibians seem to straddle that netherworld between fish and reptile, since amphibians spend part of their lives underwater, breathing through gills, and part of their lives on land, breathing through lungs. That's almost as impressive as your blowhole. No, frogs aren't reptiles, just like spiders aren't insects. And bald eagles aren't bald. And cetaceans aren't fish. And neither, of course, is the octopus. Not all bears are carnivores, though one is. And if you thought there was only one kind of elephant, look again. A koala is not a bear, but a giant panda is a bear. Have we forgotten anything? Ah, yes. All bats aren't blood-drinking vampire bats. These enchanting straw-colored fruit bats from Africa certainly don't swoop down on unsuspecting Watusi cattle and drain them of their blood. No, these bats are fruitivorous, meaning they eat fruit, lots of fruit, as much as they can find. And the expression blind as a bat? Sure, some bats use echolocation, like you do with your melon, Mr. Beluga Whale, in the dark depths of the ocean. But these bats, with their big eyes, hunt by sight. They see perfectly well, thank you. Thank you, Beluga Whale. You've been the perfect host. I spoke too soon. For more fun animal facts and news, visit our website at animalatlas.tv.
The internet, you say?
See you there. Don't go away. Animal Atlas will be right back. Until next time on Animal Atlas.
There's a lot of tension in your lower back. You should really try yoga.
Boy, do I need a manicure.
And I need a haircut.
Here we at the Extreme Penguin Games, and Gentoo is about to try a double Lutz McTwist, and here he goes. Oh, he just missed the dismount. The crowd is not like that.
Oh, cleanliness is next to dogliness.
Should we shave our mustaches?
No, we're good.
The runner, for some reason, is caught up. He's got a towel over his head. Oh, he's free, and he's safe.
I just flew in from Detroit. Boy, are my wings tired. Tip your waitress.
Once again, we've traveled the globe from North and South America to Africa and Asia to Australia and every fascinating place in between. We've met all kinds of incredible animals and learned some important facts about their ability to survive and flourish on our planet. And with our help, we'll make sure they're around for a long time to come. Join us next week for another amazing adventure on Animal Atlas.